any questions?
Yeah, hi. Was there any point in the first couple of minutes that you felt you might be in trouble or you were a bit worried? Was there any point at all?
I mean, of course, if you watch the fight, probably the second kick got me a bit worried or whatnot. But that happens. You get caught, and I got caught, and I fought through it, gained my composure back, gained face back on, and got me a takedown and locked up was going for a Kimura, but locked up a straight armbar. So.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you that because it looked like you were going for Kimura, but ended up with a straight armbar. Did you, at that point, decide on the fly that you wanted to go for that submission? How did that come about?
Well, funny thing, earlier this week I was rolling my trainer Eric, and when I was trying to, I think I was going for Kimura, he told me I wasn't going to get it, and then he turned it to a straight armbar, and I was fighting to get it, and the whole time when I locked up the straight armbar on Tyson, I was thinking my trainer was telling me, you're not going to finish it, you're not going to finish it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to finish this, and he happened to tap.
Currently ranked 7th in the world. You just beat one of the most promising prospects in the division. How do you like your trajectory right now in your career?
Feels good. My last fight I had a loss, and just come off this loss definitely feels good. But rankings don't mean anything to me. I don't get paid because I'm ranked. I get paid because of the fight, and this is probably the reason I'm not one, but probably the active 205 pounder right now.
Owens, over here. Owens, here.
Okay.
Over the media day, you have shared to me about your status as the most active fighter in the 205 division. I'll not ask you who's next. When is next?
I don't know. Knowing me, you gotta understand. Knowing me, next can be 2 weeks from now. So I took fights on 2 weeks' notice. Next can be 3-4 months from now, but sooner than later.
So congratulations on the big win. Right now in Singapore, do you plan to stay on, and how will you be celebrating this victory?
I got my team over here, so I'm gonna be celebrating with them. So yeah, we'll be here in Singapore for a little bit. Probably shoot over to Thailand.
Owens, given the fact that in the light heavyweight division at this point, or even the modern light heavyweight division history, you have 11 wins, which is, I think, joint top 5. So do you think you get enough credit for what you do inside the octagon?
At times, I think I don't, but it's neither here nor there. It's just, you just got different people want to see different things. I'm a different type of fighter, just period. And there's some fights that I have that I learn from. There's some fights that I have that I want to take back. But at the end of the day, that's why I'm the active 205. That's why I'm the most active fighter in the 205 division. And I'm not fighting once a year, once every 2 years. Every time you catch me, you pretty much have anywhere from 4 to 5 fights a year. So.
And a lot of people are thinking that you have to face Jimmy Manuwa again. Is that a fight that you'd be interested in?
Hell yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Next is Kevin from the UFC.
Kevin Chung.
Yeah, he'll be up before the main card fighters. Yeah.
Kevin who? Kevin who? Chen, Vice President of International Content. International Content. Okay.
Right, guys, question for Kevin from the UFC.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you. Let me just,
Yeah.
and thanks everyone for coming tonight. We always enjoy coming to Singapore. Appreciate your support. Attendance tonight, 6419. Performance bonuses go to Ovin St. Preux and Sung Yadong. And fight of the night is Rolando Dai and Sean Young. Other than that, time is yours.
You know, we had 4 Chinese fighters tonight, 4 wins, and every one of them asked for the UFC to come back to the mainland. So can you throw us a bone and tell us if there's sort of anything in the pipeline for that?
There's certainly something in the pipeline for that. Yeah, very likely this year, and we're looking to finalize those arrangements very soon. But you can expect some big news from us this year, and that's not the only thing.
Kevin, if you had to give a grade A, B, C, what would it be for Fight Night Singapore in terms of, I guess, the promotional lead up and obviously the event itself? What would it be? And you know, what are some of the things you feel you might want to do better next time?
I think ABC, let's see. Well, I mean, the crowd really was amazing tonight. They came and really supported, you know, despite being a busy week this week, World Cup and everything else. We saw a great turnout, great enthusiasm out there. The fights themselves, I mean, our Asian talent really represented tonight. They came, you know, we had, you know, 4-0 Chinese fighters. You know, our Australian fighters did well. The Korean fighter at the beginning of the show did well as well. So it was really an impressive victory, impressive performances, and I think, you know, just a sign of how far we've come in Singapore and in Asia, just with the talent level and everything else. And then just you know, as far as C, I think it's the sportsmanship that was on display tonight. You know, there was a lot of tension leading up to the fights, and you know, you could see the fighters were all hungry, but when they got in there and they laid it all on the line, they really, you know, respected each other, and I think that's what our sport's all about.
Hi Kevin, UFC signed a 3-year deal to come to Singapore, and we've already seen the likes of Holly Holm and Donald Cerrone, former title contenders here. How ambitious would it be for UFC to target a title fight in Asia next?
You know, anything is possible. You know, we don't rule anything out. We're definitely in the midst of transition. We have a fantastic new partnership in the U.S. with ESPN, and you know, there's a lot of work that goes into that. and sorting out what the schedule will be. So I don't have much of a word for what the future may hold, but I think it's anything is possible.
Any last questions? I think we're good.
We're good. Thanks everyone.
Oh, one more? Just one
One
more.
more.
Sorry.
You just announced Rolando to be one of the 5 of the night winners. It says a lot for Southeast Asian fighters. How do you plan to explore the market and as well as the level of competitions there, especially with one Indonesian fighter will be going to the US to train at the Athletes Institute?
Yeah, you hit it right on the head. I mean, we do a lot of things currently to develop our fighters in the region, and you know that's a great example of that. Our Asia, Air Asia UFC scholarship was awarded to Linda Darrow, and she's a very promising prospect, and she's only going to get better and be able to hone her skills when she goes to the Performance Institute in Las Vegas, really receiving top of the the best type of nutritionists and coaches and physiotherapy and everything else. So that'll just elevate her game. I mean, we've seen, as far as the Asian athletes tonight, how they perform. So the future is really bright. And again, we have some things in the works right now that we're really excited about and we'll be able to announce soon.
Kevin, just because you talked about the Indonesian Singapore fighters, UFC gym is going to open here in Singapore.
Right.
So what is the process for, say, Indian fighters to get in the UFC gym to train there? Is there a process that they can follow?
Well, the UFC gym is a little bit different, and they're going to be, we made that announcement this week, 15 gyms in the next 10 years, and that's really for everybody. That's a gym that, they employ, train different philosophy, and I think people are going to really gravitate towards that type of fitness and training. But on the other hand, we also have professional fighter development, and the process is really to kind of put in the work and elevate your game and get noticed by our matchmakers. And at the end of the day, if you have potential, as Linda Darrow showed, then there'll be chances and opportunities to take advantage of it.
Hi Kevin, we're from the first half of 2018. Can you outline any plans that you have for Asian shows for the rest of 2018?
Not yet. But again, as I told Matt here, we have plans and we're going to be confirming things real soon.
Thank you.
No problem.
No further questions? I think we're good.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. Cowboys coming up next. Song Yadong. Performance?
Fight of the night, Rolando and Kenya. Good performance. Song Yadong and OSP. Performance of the night. Fight of the night is Rolando and Kenya.
Sorry, guys. Edward is coming up first, followed by Cowboy after. Okay?
Defend your hand.
Hello. Hello, Leon. Hi, so over here, congratulations on the huge victory. What was the game plan coming into this fight, and did it go according to plan?
Kind of. My game plan was come in there and get the finish, but I also wanted to prove that I can go 5 rounds, so I was kind of fighting in my head on what today. So Cowboy, he's very tough, and to go out there and face such a legend like Cowboy, yeah, I was honoured, and to go in there and defeat him. What is that? I slow down in the late rounds, and to defeat him in the late rounds, it feels good. So it's all good.
And noticeably, you're limping a bit. Of course, it came from a fight, but was there a sustained injury?
I did it in the second round. I threw the teep kick to his stomach, and he blocked it with his elbows, and I felt my toe go, so straight away. So that's it really. Just I do a lot in training as well. When I throw the teep and the block with the elbows, it's just pain really, nothing much.
You said you wanted to put him away. You got the victory though. How marks out of 10 for yourself tonight?
Yeah, probably 7 out of 10. I should have went out there. I should have put the pace up a bit and put him away. I felt him slowing down, and I should have stopped him. So probably 7.
After the fight, you called out George Masvidal. How much thought went into that? You didn't really give us that much explanation as to why you want him, but could you elaborate a bit?
At the time, he was number 6 in the rankings, and I was going on the rankings, and everyone else was matched up. So for why not take out another organ? Masvidal, he's been around the game a long time, so why not go in there and take him out? To come back to bring UFC back to Birmingham as well, headline the bill and meet him and have Tom Breeze and my brother Fabian in the bill. It'd be amazing.
Leon, congratulations on your win, and during the pre-fight, you got to get into Cerrone's nerves, and throughout the fight, you somehow earned his respect, and especially in the final minutes of the fight. How was it to earn that kind of respect from somebody like Cowboy?
Like you said, the build-up of the fight was, I wasn't talking shit. I was just saying to you, he's an older guy, and that's all I was saying. You know what I mean? He took it personal and said he's gonna be angry and blah blah blah. But it is what it is. To go out there and face him and in the 5th round, I was just talking to him and said, you said I want to slow down in the 5th round, and you can put the pace up in the 5th round. Well, no, what you doing? And so I was just having fun out there in the 5th round talking to him, and after the fight I told him that I respected him, and he's a legend of the game, and it was an honor for me to fight him.
Leon, congratulations first. During the interview before the fight, you told me that a Cowboy was a human being and he wouldn't get faster, as people say, during the deeper rounds, 4th and 5th rounds. Did you find that to be different during this fight?
He did exactly what I thought he would do. Like I said, he's a 36-year-old man. Not many fighters can come out there and change the way they fight. You know what I mean? So I knew going into the fight, he's not a fast-paced fighter. So I knew going into the fight, he wanted to keep my pace as well. I'm young, 26 years old, so there's no way he would outlast me out there. So I was just having fun out there, talking to him, throwing the kicks, talking to him, saying you threw the head kick once, and I was like, well, what's that? There's nothing in his shots, and just having fun out there and talking to him. So it was good.
And in the first and second rounds, you were out striking him, outboxing him. But interesting was you also went for a couple of takedown attempts. Was that the part of your game plan?
I did?
Yeah.
I remember that. Not really. I think he was shooting him for the takedown, and I was reversing and defending it. So I don't think I was shooting much takedowns out there. So, but he felt good. He felt good in the clinch, and fair play to the man.
Hello. Cowboy said that he was feeling sick all day. Is there any reason that he was feeling that you feel that he was really sick during the fight? Did you happen to find this that he's sick during the fight?
No. I don't know if he was sick all day or not. You know, that's my question.
I'm asking. Cowboy said that he was feeling sick the whole day.
He was feeling sick the whole day?
Yeah, he was feeling sick the whole day. Is there any instance in the fight that can you find in the event that he was really sick during the fight? Or was he feeling strong?
He felt alright out there. As far as him being sick, the first time hearing this, so I don't know. He felt alright out there.
You better have mark on you. Do you expect more from? Did you expect more from Cowboy? More offense, maybe?
Not really. Once I gauged that range, he fights from kicking range. So I knew once I got the range on him, he was throwing and missing. You know what I mean? So he didn't want to overcommit too much. So I knew once I get the range on him, he's not a fast-paced fighter. You know what I mean? So that's all it was. I kept the range, and I was seeing everything he was doing. It does the same thing every fight. You know what I mean? So that's all it was.
Do you think this fight shows your fight IQ?
A little bit. But like I said, I give myself 7 out of 10. I wanted to go out there and put my way in. That would have made a mark for me to bring the UFC back to Birmingham. So that's my aim, and to bring back to my hometown Birmingham. So I wanted to go out there and finish him.
Was there any point in the fight, you seemed confident the whole time, one step ahead of Cerrone, but was there any moment in that fight, maybe during the takedown, the later rounds, that you felt in danger?
No, not really. I was just having fun out there. Like I said, I was hands down, I was talking to him, and I was just having fun, you know what I mean? I was just reminding him that he's a 36-year-old man out there, and just trying to get into his head, you know what I mean? But he didn't bring nothing much to the table. I didn't thought he was going to bring anyway. I'm watching him over the years, and I kind of knew what he was going to do.
And the last few seconds of the fight, he was pointing to the ground, telling you to throw down. Can you tell us what was going through your head at that moment?
Well, he pointed to the ground, and he's like, let's go. So I thought, fuck it, let's go as well. So I got in there and started throwing down with him. And the man's a legend, you know what I mean? So for me to go out there and to get him on my resume and to show the octagon with him, I'm very proud of that. And so fair play to him.
It was a very successful night for Chinese MMA, slightly less successful for the Aussies. How proud are you of what you've done, what your win does for UK MMA tonight?
I'm very proud. Like I said, my aim here to get the UFC back to my hometown Birmingham, and to do this for the UK and get the win. I think England is playing tomorrow as well in the World Cup. So to get the win and hope they get the win tomorrow. What better weekend can it be for the English fans? You know what I mean? So it's amazing.
Any final questions?
Thank you, guys. Good. Thank you.
Nice one. Cheers, Leo. I think just flew, man.
Cowboys on his way in.
We'll do it again. Come back. We'll get the band back together on the boat. Let's do it.
Sorry they were doing plastic surgery to me to make a good record again.
And you said in the quotes that you were feeling a bit sick today. Can you tell us what was going on with that?
Yeah, this is the first time in my career I've ever almost called Dane and said, man, I'm not coming to work today. And I just fucking looked myself in the mirror and said, man, you're not that guy. Just go. That has nothing to do with the way I fought. I'm very proud of myself actually for getting in there fighting. So I'm happy. I don't have any remorse or doubts or upset in any way. And I don't think I lost any stock. So okay.
Cowboy. Throughout the fight, it's almost Edwards got a step ahead of you, but the crowd was all over supporting you. What was the feeling?
Oh, it feels unbelievable, man, to have the crowd shout your name, and even when you lose, to let them feel like you still won. You know, Asia's always been really good to me. So pumped to have fought here, and like I said, I don't think I lost any stock, man. I love my job more than anything that you guys could ever imagine. I love getting in there and fighting. So winning and losing is just part of this game, man. Unfortunately, it sucks, you know. I only got half my check, but hey. I had fun. I really did. So good time.
At first, leading up to the fight, Edwards was kind of talking trash to you, and was the fight changed your perspective about him?
Oh no, the days of me fighting angry are long gone. That doesn't have that trick doesn't work on me anymore. So now it's just like don't be that person. But yeah, I didn't get mad or fight out of anger or nah. He just looked like an ass is all.
And I think before the weigh-ins, there's a mishap with the sauna at the hotel. Did it somehow affected you or?
No, not me.
Thanks so much.
Hard luck, Cowboy. Here. So Leon even said that during the fight he was talking trash to you, calling you old man and other stuff like that. So what was happening during the fight?
I mean, he told me don't run from him, and the whole fight he ran for me. So, but yeah, he was trying to just rile me up and talk in the fight, but it doesn't work. I don't fight it angry anymore. So it is what it is. He did good, man. He went out there for 5 rounds and he got the unanimous decision. I mean, it's awesome. Congratulations to him, man. I'm still looking to fight 2 more times this year, so if there's anybody out there that wants to fight Cowboy, the old dog, give me a call and we'll set this up.
And you got better as the rounds progressed, faster as the round progressed. You arguably won the 5th round. The 3rd and 4th were close. So when the decision was read, did you kind of agree with that?
They say don't leave it to the judges, man, so I couldn't sit here and say anything. I lost the fight. Leon, better man tonight, and he did his thing. So congratulations. I hope he takes off and does really well in this sport, man. You know, I really do. I'm getting old in this sport, and I love every minute of it, man. But you know, maybe the new kids are coming in, maybe they're not. I don't know, but there sure are tough guys out there, man. And there's not enough people like me that give those young guys a chance, you know. So I'm glad I can be the guy that says, man, I'll fight any of you guys. Come on, let's have fun. And I mean, tonight, the smiles on my face are more than you could even imagine, man. The passion I have out there, I love to the core. So this is what I enjoy doing, man.
I have a question about the cut of your eye early in the fight.
Yeah, I think the first exchange, he banged me with a knee, cracked me right open, but it was good. It was hot blood down the side of my face, and I was like, motherfucker. So it like, in like a sick way, kind of like turned me on, like, hell yeah, all right, let's go. Yeah, it sucked. I got blood in my eye the whole fight, but
it looks like you're going to have to settle for the next card to make history with your Muslims.
That's the good thing about that. I have so many fights left in me, so it'll happen next time. It's okay. I'm not. If tonight was my last fight, I'd be upset. But like I said, I'm gonna go until the UFC says, Cowboy, enough, bro, enough.
And where do you think that historic Little County, Colorado, may be?
I don't care, man. I would like 2 more this year. So at the end of the year, I think they're going to Australia. I'd love to fight in Australia in December. It's summertime over there. I can play on the boat. So yeah, man. Vegas, Australia would be cool. Denver would be awesome. Give me 3. I don't care. Thank you.
You gave an opportunity to Darren Tills, and you're the toughest fight for Leon Edwards in his career. Where do you rank him in terms of these up-and-coming young guns with Darren Till in this division?
Yeah, Darren Till, he caught me early, man. I don't really have much to say about him because it was such a quick ass whip, and so I don't have much to go off of. But Leon, man, he was great. These new up-and-coming guys, they're so well-rounded, you know. Where when I first started, you were a striker, or you were a wrestler, or you were a grappler, and now these guys are so tri-versed, man. It's crazy coming in, and it's awesome, and I love where the sport's going. And like I said, I'm going to stay here and keep fighting until they tell me I can't anymore, until the kids just wash me down until I can't. So with this old dog still got a lot in me, I stood there 5 rounds and gave it hell, man, and with a smile on my face. So
You fought 5 hard rounds. What's now for you? Are you sticking around Asia for a little while?
no, I'm home on the first bird at 5 a.m. My wife's having a baby, man, so it's time to get home. Like she's holding it. We're gonna have a C-section as soon as I get home, man. So he's 9.5 pounds right now, and we're like literally I land, we're going to the hospital, and here he comes.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Cowboy, congrats on the future, baby.
Thank you.
Just want to know what's next for you. Do you plan on going fighting lightweight, staying at welterweight, or trying to work at middleweight?
No, definitely not middleweight. I'm not that big. I think they weighed me in together like 78, so I just weight that's easy. I will go lightweight. They call me, tell me if they want to fight for me at lightweight. Yeah, no problem. They'll call me and say we want to get 70, but I feel better up here. It's fun to week. So ASAP, man. I'd like to get on the nearest card I can. 6-8 weeks from now.
How much longer do you plan on fighting for?
At least 5 more years, definitely. At least until I just literally tell the USA says no more.
Cowboy, just to elaborate on what you just said, stylistically this fight was very intriguing because it was a good boxer against a good Muay Thai kickboxer. You talked about your jiu-jitsu kind of maybe being the difference in the fight. You tried to take him down, he stuffed your takedowns. What did you think about his takedown defense?
Yeah, it was really good, and not to mention we had blood all over, so everything I grabbed was just so slick I couldn't ever get a good hold. So he negated all the takedowns and didn't allow me to work the game that I was trying to work, It sucked for me because now I'm sitting here with a loss and not a record-setting win.
Can you elaborate about, you said you were sick, can you elaborate, were you having fever, were you having, exactly were you?
Yeah, just sitting, throwing up, just feeling, couldn't get out of bed, man, just feeling like shit all morning, all day. I wasn't feeling like showing up to work, is what I was feeling. That's the only way I can tell it. It's the closest I've ever been in my whole career to calling the boss and saying, hey man, I'm not gonna fucking make it. And then I just rolled over about 5 o'clock, looked in there and said, you're not that guy, so get up and let's go. Here I am.
Cowboy, one last thing from me. Before the fight, I wanted to ask you this. There's this new Space Force program that's being implemented. A lot of UFC guys have said that they want to join that. Do you have any plans of doing that?
What is it?
The Space Force by Donald Trump?
Space Force?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
The space program.
Oh, like to go to space?
Yeah.
Yeah. If an alien ship landed, I'd go. For sure.
Any last questions?
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.